man. It's been a while. Contrary to the rumors, I have not, in fact, been licking ferrets. They're gross. Why would I? They're good for greasing your pan, though. Just slap one of those greasy little buggers in there and... I just need to know, is it a viable strategy, right? To make like shitty comics or whatever? And then you do that until you're popular enough that you can get like a plushie deal. Is that an economically viable way of getting plushies of your character without having to commission someone specifically? I can't imagine it's worth the effort. I can't imagine it's worth the effort. Let's see, we are live, if I'm correct. Where the heck were we? We're not gonna wait this time. I'm sorry, we're not waiting on the boys to funnel in. But last time, I think we had a long chat with that lady. Gosh, she had so much lore to throw at us. Woof. How are we halfway through the dang document? How are we halfway through the freaking script document? Jeez, man. How are we? Oh, yeah, she just left. She was like, "Ciao, Bello. See you later, buckaroo." Personally, I'm a big fan of when I tell someone that I'm going to totally kill them if they spend my money irresponsibly. Telling them, "See you later, buckaroo." That's how you know I'm serious business. Wearing a suit and tie means nothing. Yeah, it sounds good, but it also sounds like I'd end up deeper in a life I want no part in. Not anymore, anyway. That ship has sailed, I think. I think at this point in life, all I want is to kiss a lady! And give pat-pats to a small child. Soft bed, good food. Claudia's really nice to me. She keeps saying that I can totally pull off a purple jacket. That's all you need to get this man miles in your pocket, is to tell him, "Man, you look so good in purple." Anyway, Deirdre mentioned that she knows about Denovian's dirty laundry. She seems keen on getting rid of him. Perhaps I could convince her to take him out early. Or just tell me what she knows so I can do it. Even though I don't really feel like taking her off her, the impression I get off of her, despite the life she comes from, especially despite what I first witnessed of her those months ago. Yeah, it has been a while. Like, she as a person has been growing and doing shit. I mean, you've been experiencing some character growth. What's to say she hasn't? Maybe she's been on a fun little side quest, buddy. Maybe Deirdre's been on a lovely side quest helping all these random NPCs unlock their social links. And you're just like, "Man, I thought she was going to be the same person." It's like, no! She's been building a conspiracy against her dad! What makes you think she hasn't changed? I do think she's cut from a completely different cloth than her father and the rest of the gang. The band? It's more of a hunch, really. There's something about her that tells me she isn't lying. It might be because she did the old pinky swear. Can't lie with one of those. She's not trying to, at least. Also, she doesn't seem to know that I actually have some contact with the police already. Tertiary contact, sure, but still contact. I might be able to get a message to them through Father Xander about all this. I just need to make sure he knows that whatever they do has to be subtle, as apparently I'm being watched. He looks over his shoulder and there's just a dude behind a bush. Like, how did I not notice that guy earlier? Sounds like a plan, at any rate. Shit! What the hell happened? Hold up. Hold up. Ignore. Dude, what the fuck went wrong here? Hold up. I need to figure out what the hell that was. Because I might be able to do some debugging here. Let's see. While running game code. Honest points is not defined. Oh, did they fucking typo it? It's honesty points, not honest points. Dude! How did you make this mistake? Don't you just copy? Don't you have an autofill for this? Buddy. Buckaroo. My good buddy, old pal, old friend, old chum. With a heavy sigh, I turn to leave the park. Man, I hate parks. I like ice cream, but I hate parks. Was a lot at it. Was that? Oh, it's control. Apparently that does something. Apparently, if we don't have enough honesty points, or okay, if we have attachment and honesty, but not enough, like we're kind of in the middle. Let's see. And that one, he's still like, yeah. Yeah, and that one he's like, I don't know if I can get the cops in on this, and he doesn't really trust her per se. If you have no honesty, no matter your attachment, he doesn't feel like trusting her, which is fair enough. He hasn't been honest himself. He hasn't learned the power of trust. And he's like, this sounds too good to be true. She's up to something. She's doing something sneaky. I feel lost. Well, it was a nice, simple solution. I do appreciate that attachment is always a separate thing. If you have no attachment and no honesty, you're being a little fucking shit. It's quite an opportunity I could exploit. I think he wants to join up with Deirdre. Deirdre seems ready to burn him. If the Novian is any loyalty to Alfonsi, he could be a detriment to whoever should plan. I appreciate that the, like, no honesty, no attachment one. It's like, I have a plan. I got a brain. I'm going to use it. Also, be careful what to tell Xander. You'll want to know what happened. This was police contacts, but that could work to my advantage, too. No, that's so fucking cute. There's a lot to think about when I get back home. And, as always, he calls it Claudia's home. Although he says much or a lot. For some reason, that also changed. It's just a weird detail to get like that. I started making my way back the way I came in. At least, I believe so. The fog was only just beginning to burn away in the sunlight. Picking one of the numerous brick walkways that led away from the fountain, I started to walk towards the parking lot. You wouldn't walk to a parking lot. This is the right one. Unfortunately, I avoided the embarrassment of getting lost on my way back to the van. Though I did almost get trampled by a herd of saurians out on their morning jog. But as I was driving away from the park, I considered what excuse for my absence I'd give Claudia and Malcolm. Jesus Christ! Look at this intense man! I'm ready to kill a man for taking my hot pocket. Fortunately, I can just tell Claudia the truth. What is this? Apparently, if you have too little honesty or attachment, he doubts the fact that this is the right one. Ugh. Okay, this is all like, Jesus Christ. There's so many, like, paths you can take. It's so unafraid of, like, no, we're doing a point system. We're doing flags. You are learning all of this. And if you go to the pizza cave, he's like, I don't know about this. I haven't told her because you haven't gone to the church in the middle of them. She's like, I don't know if I can tell her everything without explaining everything. Be a lot for her to take in. But you still confess. If you're not honest, you're not attached enough. Otherwise, if you don't have that, he's like, I don't know, man. What the fuck do I tell her? Also, he's like, man, she believed me about the closet if you went to the pizza cave. Man, there's so much here. There's so much like little itty-bitty details for little itty-bitty boys. God damn. I'm willing to forgive all these little spelling mistakes and little errors because there's so much, man. Fortunately, I can just tell Claudia the truth. I already told her all about my past and how I got to where I am. I don't know how she'll react to learning Deirdre's offer, but I think it's best if she had some say in all this. But Malcolm... His eye becomes all round. I love it. But Malcolm, should I tell him too? I think what's going on from him is only gonna get harder going forward. Would he be able to handle it? Would he even be able to understand it? Or would I just be freaking him out for nothing? Well, he's a smart kid. I might confuse him, but he should know there's something important going on. It might help Claudia's own peace of mind if she doesn't have to hide anything from him either. Knowing what I need to do, I take a heavy sigh and focus on the misty road ahead of me. In a less well-written story, you get in a car crash at this point, buddy. I mean, I'm gonna need some coffee for this. You go straight to chapter 5 if you aren't honest enough, regardless of if you went to A or B. Not a lot of things here. Oh wow, we're going. Oh god, I love how there's so much for like the pizza cave. Like, listen, if you go to the pizza cave, you have to come clean eventually if you're honest, and I like that. It's like you can't escape it, but I'm gonna need some coffee for this. Also means the author no longer has to write two separate stories, except for like small detail work. When I got back home, I can see Claudia and Malcolm in the kitchen, just finishing up breakfast. They turn to me as the door opens and move to greet me with a happy but curious expressions. Hi, Win! Welcome back. You were up pretty early today. Is everything alright? I had a meeting with someone? It was important. Oh, well, you don't need to tell us if... No, I do. You and Malcolm both need to hear this. You may want to put on a fresh pot of coffee and get comfortable. There's a lot to go over. Around this point, I think if you go into the pizza cave, he's like... she's even like, Win. And he's like, no. We don't get to play ball here. We have to cut down to it. And I appreciate that. After some fresh coffee is distributed, don't give Malcolm his cup. He's a kid. Don't give him a coffee this early, buddy. Claudia and Malcolm take the positions on the couch. The two of them nestling together with a slight air of worry hanging above them. I take a seat in one of the chairs I face to talk to him. Please, why are you giving Malcolm the talk? He's like 10! And I do a great deal of the talking. Oh, damn. Man, look at all this bespoke art we get. It's like there's no shame. It's like, buddy, I know the art ain't great, but the important moments, we're gonna draw him. And we're gonna give him the little salad fingers from having his little intertwining going. It's so cute, right? I appreciate the effort. It's like, I understand this is important. I can't have Anon just being this stand-around sprite doing nothing interesting. You gotta feel it. Claudia already knew my history, such as it was, but explaining it to Malcolm proved a bit more challenging. I tried to tell him everything I told Claudia in the sanctuary, with some of the gorier details left out. My life as a thief, the botched escape from the Fonzies, Father Xander finding me. How Private Window isn't my real name, and that I don't even know my real name. And that he and his mother, he and his mom has come to mean to me since then. That I wanted to stay with them. Man, that's all you need. You know, there are like visual novels out there that they have like art, and they're like, we're gonna stay on this art the whole way. And I always feel, you know, it's good for establishment shots, but I always think it's a little lame if you hang on something too long. It's like, I get it, you know, the person is crying and hanging. Why are we on this for like hours? Surely something's changed in posture by this point. Okay, if you went to the Pizza Cave, he does emphasize like a little bit about his life. But the hardest part was telling them how living with them changed me and how they came to care for me. How I wanted to... Ah, man, he's such... You know, remember, you don't get this if you're not attached or honest enough. After explaining myself as best as I could, I paused to let everything sink in. The quiet of the room was oppressive, but eventually Malcolm broke the silence. So, you're a thief? And steals from bad guys? Like Robin Hood? No. I never really cared who I stole from before. I only started caring about that sort of thing when I started living with you two. So you were a bad guy? Why didn't the cops shoot you with guns? Question stung more than I thought it would. Almost as much as answering. I was. But you're good now, right? Like Kingdom Souls? Listen, I'm a small child. I don't exactly know all that much. I don't have a wide breadth of experiences to draw from. Oh, yeah! Oh, wait. Oh, yeah! The friend of the main character that Tiffany said I was like. Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. I suppose it's a good enough analog. Though I'm not a small child wielding a batwing sword. Especially for a 5-year-old. Yes. Fucking googly eyes. Like that. The boy's face brightens considerably upon the confirmation. Oh, I love how she's like, yeah, that's nice. And with him at ease, so too did Claudia's own features relax. That's so cool! So you were just waiting until you get a chance to take down the big bad guy, right? Like superhero? Okay, maybe not the... okay, maybe not the greatest analog. Not exactly. That's actually the next thing we need to talk about. Specifically about an offer I've been made, I'd like your mother to hear. Part of it concerns something from her past. I don't want to talk about it unless she wants me to. I give Claudia a pregnant look because I'm one of those fucking weirdos who is like, instead of giving someone an expectant look, we give pregnant looks around here. God damn it. I fucking hate it when people do that. God damn it. I get it. You own a thesaurus. But please. If you went to the pizza cave, he's like, God damn, we need to talk about it. I love how if you go to the pizza cave, it's like, gosh, should have eaten that crow young and tender. I regret having to force this sort of thing onto her, but I don't see a way forward without all of us knowing what's going on. If the relief she got from telling me is any indication, though, telling Malcolm will be a great weight off her shoulders. I just hope I haven't misjudged how ready Claudia is to share her past with Malcolm. Mom! With a heavy sigh, Claudia nods. She slowly and tenderly rubs Malcolm's shoulder in a very reassuring manner as she attempts to start. Malcolm, there's something I have to tell you. You are not a virgin birth. I thought I was Jesus! Apparently been preparing herself for this moment, judging by how calm her voice is. Mommy has, for a very long time, getting, well, bullied by a bad man. Unlike all those people who get bullied by good men. But Wynne has been helping me. He's a really good friend, even though I may not have always appreciated it. If you went to the pizza cave, she's like, you've been trying to make me feel safe. I can't keep it a secret. Man, I love the little nuances. So good. Tell me realize I don't need to be scared of that bully anymore. That I don't need to keep secrets anymore. Why would anyone bully you? Oh. When you did this is you, Wynne. In a flash, the young boy is swept up in a tight embrace by his mom. Cooing and reassurances from Claudia kept Malcolm from having a full breakdown. I mean, he's too fucking young to fully appreciate like half of what's going on. Holding on to her son seemed to do much the same for Claudia. You're gonna help Mom, right, Wynne? You said you were going to help us, right? Give the boy a nod, a firm sounding an affirmation as I can muster. I will, Malcolm. I can help too, Mom. I know you can, honey. I know. But let's hear what Wynne has to say. Goddamn, you have to use one of the art where like her shoulders look so damn big. Raining in, I'm pretty sure raining is with a G. Oh man, don't ask me. Look up a dictionary if you want affirmations. Raining in her tears, the pair now gives me hopeful looks. Right. Let's see if I can explain this. I've gotten an offer from Deirdre, who's the daughter of the big bad guys, offering to fix all of our problems for us. Both with her father and with Claudia's bully. I love how he's like, I can't say that I'm going to shoot him with a gun. In exchange, all she wants is that I give back what I stole and help her in return. So she's a good guy too? Are you going to team up? Are you going to do a cool combo move and summon a Disney park ride? I'm not sure about that. We don't have the licenses for Disney park rides. But she won't be back for a little while, so we'll have to handle things on our own until then. It does sound like a dream come true. But what does she mean that she wants your help? I'm not sure. I haven't decided exactly what I want to do yet. I hope if I just give back the money, it'll be enough if the help she wants from me is something I'd rather not do, or put any of you in danger. But I have some time. She sounds like a nice person. You should let her help. It does sound like quite a nice offer. It's an appealing one, And she does seem trustworthy. Or at the very least, it doesn't seem like she's trying to trick me. And I just have a feeling about her. When she talked about you and Malcolm, almost like she was envious of you two. She's like she was gonna do a face-off. What does envious mean? Okay, we do not have time for this. Envious is wanting someone else has. Why would she be envious of us? I mean, in case you haven't noticed, I think her dad sucks ass and her mom is fucking dead. But her voice did grow somewhat affectionate when she mentioned you two. Maybe she wants to be friends. I can't imagine she'd have many being surrounded by all the bad guys. Sure didn't seem like it. So you think you can trust her? I think so. But I think there may be an alternative to her plan just in case I'm wrong. What? Father Santa. Oh. What's Father Santa gonna do? He's not a transformer. He knows a few guys at the police department, allegedly. Oh, really? That's what he says. Is everyone secretly cool? Is Miss Minnie like a super spy too? Yes! She's literally based on the lady from Resident Evil. I don't think so. Be convenient as she was. But I think Deirdre let slip some information that could get the police involved. Maybe enough to get rid of your bully. If it's alright with you, Wynne, I'd like to come along when you talk to Father Xander. I think I'm overdue with accepting his offer to help. That sounds good to me. What can I do? Well, you can just keep doing what you have been. Oh, no! No, they're so cute! Ah! They're so cute. Woo! By being the best son a mother could ever ask for, and always being there for me. What? Don't worry. The biggest help you can pay is letting me know you're okay! The two parents tightened their hugs with one another. Okay. If someone help you stop the bad guys, I'm sure I'll think of something. Right, Wynne? Yeah, right. It's something anyway. Goddamn Wynne. Spent the next few hours just chilling and relaxing all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Relaxing in the living room. With the secret between us finally revealed, whatever stress hung over Claudia and I evaporated. Her mood seemed to shift immediately to one far happier. Satisfied with that outcome, and that there's at least an idea of how to move forward, I leaned back in the seat and allowed myself a small moment of relaxation at the end of a series of rather stressful events. There may be more on the horizon. I feel a lot more manageable. Now that Claudia, Malcolm, and I all feel like a team. 2 weeks later. 2 weeks since the meeting with Deirdre, I've been eerily calm. Oh, dang. No more harassing calls have come in, nor have there been any sign of Denovian's promised threat to do more. Claudia and I have become quite close since opening up about their past, not only with one another, but also with Malcolm. There's a level of trust amongst all of us that I have never really known before. Malcolm, so small, has taken to the revelations about me and his mother's history well. Whether or not he really comprehends the depth of Claudia's issues is up for debate. He's 5. But his understanding of my history is very clearly a child's view of things. At least he played a video game that elaborates things. He's under the impression that I'm much cooler as an ex-thief turned good guy than a test driver that got beat up. He's even begun to mimic some of my mannerisms, which is both concerning and amusing to his mother. Why does he keep stealing my wallet? The young boy did tell Tiffany about this whole thing, whatever, which did cause quite a stir. Fortunately, she had enough wherewithal to talk to Claudia and I about it in private and swore to keep it a secret. Yeah, she's like, buddy, I am not getting shot. He's also in the camp that thinks I'm not cool to me. He hates it. He's like, oh, man, I can't believe I have to play video games and be cool now. She and Malcolm have begun asking me if I could teach us some cool super thief skills. Can you teach us how to fall off a balcony? You told us we're really good at falling off of things, Wynne. I've mostly held off on teaching her and Malcolm the tricks of military. Oh, come on, picking a lock is great. That's a really nice thing to have sometimes. But there are some things that are just too practical not to be taught. Like how to open doors and windows should you happen to forget your keys. Oh my god, he was picking the front door? I'm not sure how much is sinking in, but they do seem to enjoy watching me pop open locks. Even though Claudia and I are being completely open and honest with one another. I mean, I want to bring this up with her. Speaking with Father Xander about possible police involvement over the course of these 2 weeks has resulted in very little in the way of results. Oh no, it's the big one. And the green one. And Dino Time. I forgot about this guy's fucking awesome books. Well, the information I gleaned from my talk with Deirdre has been very intriguing. There's very little that can be acted upon. As the priest explained, his contact will look into the matter. But he's on as any possible actions through the chief first. And he has to avoid getting too much attention from City Hall, as they are intent on meddling with the police. Now, if his father's Xander did mention that he may be able to set up a meeting between me and his contact. But it will take some time. He does think the meeting will be worth it. It will go a long way towards getting the police to trust us. I can't say I'm not disappointed that the police were unable to help. Or actually all that surprised. Claudia did seem a bit more hopeful about the situation and is eager to get some official help. Her renewed optimism has been a sight to behold, and it's almost like she's a completely different person. You can't argue with that. Which brings us to now, where I'm currently attempting to make coffee brew faster by staring at it. No luck so far. Good morning, Wynne. Good morning, Claudia. You know, I've been thinking, we should go out to a nice dinner. A dinner? I hate dinners. Apparently you don't have to talk about, like, envy. Yeah, you need to be honest in order to have the conversation about enviousness. Okay, we're currently in, like, the... Jesus, man. I want to go to Xander if you're super involved. If you don't have honesty and everything, you're like, although there's a barrier of secrecy between us, I've taken extra steps to create a barrier of protectiveness. Both of us insist it will turn out fine, create a sort of idyllic life. Sense of paranoia in the back of his head. Claudia seems on edge and lets herself get comfortable. God damn, dude. If you're attached but not honest, I guess. If you're neither... If you basically fucked up, he's like, I have to manage Claudia's increasingly erratic behavior. She has no reason to believe anything. Their confidence in being able to keep her and Malcolm safe was completely shot after the incident at the fair. In response to her declaration, she has begun to come to me for making decisions. Oh no, you're becoming codependent. I wasn't exactly prepared for this. Proved the correct decision. With the decision she ceded to me, she more seems to relax. Because, no! That's not healthy! My apparent calm and collected nature, with more assurances to handle things put into a stable state. Malcolm, concern for his mother, more quiet. God damn. He's more in her arms. Seems to have picked up that she's essentially using him as an aid. Oh no! That's all she can do to not start panicking. Holy shit, man. Man, the bad ending of this sucks ass. If you went to the pizza cave, he's like, oh, like we did before. And he's like, oh, you want to go to the pizza cave? It's like, no. It's not that I didn't like the pizza cave. But like a stab in Italian restaurants. And if you're attached, she's like, it's intimate. And otherwise, she's like, it's fancy. Can't be any much more expensive. Window rations? Worried about expenses. Maybe an attempt of normalcy if you fucked it up. Illusion of a normal relation. God damn, the bad ending is so bad, man. Claudia's falling apart. Holy. And if you're attached, you're like, man, it's a date. And he starts blushing. It's Scary Dave! God, that rollover in the soundtrack. What the heck? A dinner? Yes! I thought it'd be nice if we did something that got us out of the house. And maybe have some fun too. I can't argue with that. What were you thinking? Well, Minnie and the ladies at the church said that there's a very nice restaurant they all went to once. Apparently it's authentically Italian. I've been thinking about inviting you to try it out with me for a while now, actually. Not Malcolm? Well, I spoke to Tiffany about it yesterday, and she's already agreed to watch him for a bit longer tonight, so it'll just be the two of us. You don't want to take a 5-year-old to an Italian restaurant like that, you fool. Why can't I take Minnie to the restaurant? Oh. seem pretty excited about this. If I'm being honest, I'm not opposed to an outing with her. Two of us have become very close over the past few months. Spending some time with her in a setting where we could be alone, away from the drama. Like a date, but a date with Claudia. It sounds nice. Real nice. That sounds like a good idea. Let's do it. Oh, fantastic. Should I make the reservation? No, that wouldn't be necessary. The way they described it, it's easy enough to just get a table by walking in. It's a nice place, but not that nice. Alright. I bring a little extra cash with me just in case. Oh, that's all settled. I'll see you after work. It's a date. Why are you like this, Win? Whoops. I might have wanted to keep that thought to myself. Yes, I suppose it would be. Long time no see indeed, Mr. Davidson. You got a lot of explaining to do. Actually, you don't. I have no idea what the hell you would need to explain right now. Man, I hate webcomics that have a regular update schedule. It's terrible. Which is fine by me. Yeah! Me too! Bloosh. Well, I should be getting ready for work now. Right! Now, what was I doing? Making coffee, you idiot. With their plans agreed upon and a time set, the two of us proceed about our daily routines. Claudia goes to work and I prepare myself for the evening. Grooming myself as best as I know how, I start by taking a shower. Cleaning myself, my thoughts are occupied by the possible conversations. By the possible conversations we may have at this dinner of ours. And it reminds me of the idea, the hope, that we might spark a seed of romance. Kiss, kiss, kiss! Just kiss already! Also, if you're not attached, he does remember the coffee. And if you're not attached, they don't have the little blue sheet. Oh, man. If you are not attached, then... Oh, dear God, this entire scene is different. What the hell? Jesus. Author's not afraid of writing entire scenes for one use case. Making coffee, you idiot. Around goes holding a bun. This timing couldn't be more perfect. Exiting the shower, I return to my room and select my cleanest shirt and pants. Feeling confident that I'm wearing the best I can for the occasion. We had to disconnect there. Give it a moment. Are we back? Had a brief drop of communications there. Hello? Mr. President? God damn it. Oh. I shall lie, man. Despite my attempts to organize my thoughts and feelings, which all seem so clear in my mind, trying to speak any of these thoughts aloud proved to be an uphill battle for me. May I recommend comment therapy? I spent most of the day trying and failing to get the words out, which in other words means... I'm freaking out. I've been pacing back and forth to one end of the house to the other, spending hours losing my mind, that I won't be able to actually confess my feelings to Claudia. These feelings that have been building inside of me since I first met her. That and wondering if this restaurant we're going to has anything I can jump off of in case I need to make a hasty getaway. Man is already thinking about escape plans. I'm finally realizing that I've hit a wall. I resign myself to give up and take a restful sit down on the couch. Walks a trench into the living room. When is this new human art deco you done? Well, I think I'm just gonna have to come to grips with the fact that I'm not gonna be sweeping Claudia off her feet here. But I've never been the conversationalist, so Claudia will most likely be doing most of the talking anyway. Actually, she may even broach the subject herself. I think it's not too much to assume, judging by how close we've become. She's got some affection for me. Get a grip on this hairdo and groom it for once. I mean, after the talk in the sanctuary, she hasn't exactly been subtle. Women don't just kiss men like that. Well, if it's Sadie Hawkins. Otherwise, they can't! If a woman does that to you, if they take the initiative, you throw them out a fucking window. They are breaking the order of life, of the biological order of things. If it's a non-binary person, I'm sorry, man, you're going to have to talk to someone. I can't help you. It is entirely dependent on the use case. You got to get tests taken care of. And by the time that you figure it out, it's like, you might as well not have bothered at all. But if you know it's a woman, out the window. Defenestration. No pause, no apologies, no waiting. If you are a woman, however, I'm afraid I can't help you. This only works for the cisheads out there. It's just, sorry, the rules are just weird like that. It's one of the reasons it might be beneficial to escape being cishet, because fucking hell, the rules are just fucking stupid. It means something, doesn't it? I think maybe we already... Oh my god. You're one of those nerds who thinks you have to, like, give her a dowry and an engagement ring. Just unofficially. Man, the law's gonna hate how you're living together. If it comes down to it, however, I must be the one to bring it up. I think my best bet may be to skip any sort of flowery speech and just say it. I think you're pretty, lady. We know each other well enough by now. If she feels the same way about me as I feel about her, then she'll understand what I'm trying to say. Even if I say it real smooth, like, lady. I guess I can just not worry about it. Just go at my own pace and keep saying that she's a pretty booby lady. It'll work out. Don't worry about it. Man, I can't believe Senator's here too. After Scary Dave showed up, I was like, he will never show up. They can't exist in the same room together. This never happens anymore. I take a deep breath to steady myself as I resolve to just relax and stop freaking out. Which I'm only partially successful at. But my mental state is ready as can be. All that's left is to wait for the scant few hours until Claudia returns. I tend to calm myself with some light chores as time moves forward, but I don't make calm that much either. And so instead I resort to the standby that Malcolm and Tiffany taught me. Play video games! Hold up. What is this fucking soundtrack? This is called Cookie. Those ting always make me think of Sunshine. This cooking game is definitely easier than the racing one. Although it's rated for kids and Malcolm's age, so I don't know what I was expecting. I'm getting hit with deja vu again, seeing the main character. She's like that woman from the park. Tracy, why the fuck are you in a video game? It keeps dropping out. It's like a third time in like a couple of minutes. Yeah, I get it, OBS. I know. Cooking with Tracy was finished. What's Cooking with Tracy? Is that a mod people have been trying to make or something? I'm not hip with the kids, you know. I don't know everything about the community. Are you all prepared? Did you want to put on some nice clothes? I don't really have anything nicer. I keep forgetting that. You've been here for months! You could have bought a shirt! One of these days, I'm gonna have to drag you to the mall for something else. And force you to put some of that money to good use, right? You should be fine as is. I prefer being more casual anyway. For tonight, at least. Maybe we can try something more formal next time? Next time? Although you will need to increase your wardrobe if you plan to get a job. In any case, I'll go get ready. See you in a bit. Claudia disappears down the hall to her room, while I consider her last statement. A whole 3D platformer that was never finished, that's where Tracy came from. What the hell are you talking about? I heard about this. I vaguely remember someone mentioning this platform. What? Ugh. What a weird... Isn't it weird that, like, she got ported to fucking... this, right? She got ported to Snook Game, and her own game died. It's like everything dies that tries to be Snook Game, unless you're puppet pals. Claudia disappears down the hall to her room. I'll consider her last statement. A job. I'm so focused and worrying about what to do about the Novian fancy. I haven't really thought about what comes next. But nothing concrete anyway. What, you want to get into construction with your concrete? It's just sort of a nebulous idea that we'll be happy and together. Deirdre's offer has thrown the idea of relying on money out the window. But she did offer me a job, too. I assume it pays well, considering how nice her and that Tony guy's clothes are. Does that suit count as a uniform? Dude, if you're going to be a super master thief, you're probably okay walking in dressed like a bum. Maybe I'll get lucky on that job off. Wait, maybe I'll get lucky on... And that... Wait, maybe I'll get lucky and that job offer was to do legitimate work at one of our businesses. But those thoughts are best left for later. Think I could shut down the game? She shouldn't take too long. I appreciate we take the time to turn off the game console. Hang out in the living room and listen to Claudia bustling to and fro from her room in the bathroom. Sound of the shower and her humming a happy tune I don't recognize fills the house. Apparently, if you go to the pizza cave, you go clothes shopping. He's like, hey, do you want me to wear those? And she's like, no, don't worry about it. If you're not honest, he was planning to coast on the money. Even if I'm able to squirrel away a small portion of it without Deirdre noticing, I should be able to live comfortably with Claudia. I like that he's like planning to steal from her. God damn you, fucking idiot. How? Oh, Jesus, this goes on forever. I'm tired. Or something. Soon the sound of the cape. The road sounds bright, so oh man, he's got his eyes closed. He's relaxing. I lean back and bask in the mundane peace of the moment. With such a comfortable atmosphere that I found myself starting to slip into sort of a nap. Which shatters as the phone rings. Sound of it caused me to shoot upstairs in the air almost as a reflex. Oh no. The noise of the shower is silenced. It's not hard to guess that Claudia's bracing herself for what's to come. I guess the Novian is finally busting a move. I move over to the phone, off my hand over the handle of the handset. Not this time. This time I'm not gonna let his abuse go unanswered. He knows about me and Claudia now, and he already promised to make things worse. Do not start the conversation by screaming. It could be anyone. At least I'm gonna show he can't act with impunity anymore. At the very least, I can take abuse and spare Claudia from having to hear it. I take a hold of the handset, pull it up to my ear, and brace myself. Oh. Hey, hello! Tiffany's voice croaks through the earpiece, catching me completely unprepared. My mouth fumbles for a moment as I try to shift gear from defiant contempt to sounding something more friendly. Although considering how I usually talk, there may not be much of a discernible difference. Tiffany? Hi, Will. Man, she sounds awful. Hey, I'm sorry for calling like this. Kim wasn't welcome tonight. I got some credits. Cool. Something. It's fine, I can come pick him up. Sorry about the phone. Malcolm told me that your mom hates the phone. I will send him home alone. And it's okay. Thank you for letting us know, Tiffany. I'll be by in a bit. Okay. See you. Putting the phone down on the receiver, I look to the hallway and see Claudia's snout peeking out around it. You answered the phone? Was it him? No, fortunately it wasn't. It was the guy that does my shadows, you know. He was a little concerned about how much I keep hanging out in the shadows and was like, hey buddy, take a break. I want to go on vacation. It's been months. And I told him after we get Alphonse, and he was such a bitch about it. Really? It was Tiffany. She's sick. Can't watch Malcolm tonight. Oh, she can't hide her relief upon the news that it wasn't Dr. Kevorkian. Diminishes as quickly as the rest of it sinks in. That means we're gonna have to put our outing on hold then. It doesn't have to. But I'm happy to bring Malcolm along. I don't recall all of us being out before. You know, I should have figured it out by now. Okay then. I guess it's a good thing we kept it casual then, huh? I guess so. She went to the pizza cave. He's apparently like not again. Huh. A tiny sigh escapes from her lips as she looks wistfully away from me. I did want to have a private talk to you, but that can wait too, I suppose. Her gaze eases its way back to me as she gives another small twinkle of laughter. Long snoot. Yeah, man, her snoot. Her snoot has not looked this long in a while. Anyway, I better get back to the shower. Can't be standing out in the hallway with nothing but a towel. I'll be ready in time you get back with Malcolm, so go on ahead. Right, I'll get right on it. She's gonna get fucking kidnapped. Claudia disappears around the corner. Once more, the shower sounds resume. Meanwhile, I take my leave at the front door and make my way to Tiffany's at a rather brisk pace. Certain thoughts were putting a pep in my step and warmth on my cheeks as I strode down the sidewalk. Nothing but a towel, huh? Didn't know why she felt the need to share that. I thought she said she wore a full bathing suit like scuba gear in the shower. So what's the deal with a towel? Does it make for a bad mental image, though I prefer she cover up that snoot. Hot dang. When I'm asked about to collect Malcolm, Tiffany's extremely apologetic about getting sick and hopes she doesn't pass as anything on to Malcolm. I assure her that it's fine and tell Malcolm that he'll be joining his mother and I for dinner. Malcolm seems disappointed I'm not going to stay with Tiffany, but the promise of dinner changes his attitude rather quickly. Man, he wants that New York slice. By the time I return home, Claudia is dressed and ready to go. She doesn't insist that Malcolm go bathing before going into public after spending time with someone who was sick. But it's only a brief delay. Before long, the three of us are ready to drive off to a night of family fun. I don't know how to tell you this, man. Every time I think of going out to a restaurant with a little kid, I remember the time, my first and earliest memories to sit at a restaurant and ordering a pizza with salami and eating the salami off and leaving it at that. I was such a picky little eater when I was young, man. I barely like anything that constituted dinner. I'm a lot better with it these days, but fuck, I could have been so much taller if I picked up that habit earlier. I could have been as tall as my dad. There's also the alternative if we are not attached, aka we're not giving a shit. Show the shaky state if it happened at the fair, but I love how the fair just fucked her up in this one because there's no reason to trust him. So right, Short King, yeah. I'm only 6'1", man. Am I 6'1"? I don't know. Apparently I'm still growing or something. At least I seem to become taller occasionally. Listen, in the Netherlands, every American's a Short King. Y'all ain't nothing. Let's see. Pizza Cave, still in a shaky state. The Novian taken care of. She would remember me, being able to identify me, which I really like the idea of. Are they gonna run into fucking Denovian out there? I feel like, what's his name? I feel like if you're actually going to, Dino Mo's and, Denovian makes a fucking fuss, I feel like the man's getting some brand new cement shoes. Because I feel like, Dino Mo does not take kindly to, no, buddy, I'm okay with you eating here. I'm not okay with you bringing your fucking dirty business to the front of my store. We talk about this in the back. I am a well-bespoken man with standards when it comes to my crime. Claudia comes out exhausted. She doesn't need to register my presence. Apparently does chores otherwise. Hard day at work. Don't think I would have got through without many than the dinner tonight. I'll go get changed and we can leave right away. No need to worry. No shortage of tea bags. Claudia's accumulated. Carafe? Holy shit, this man uses the word carafe. I love carafes, though. Set the coffee machine to brew a pot of hot water. And this one, the phone goes off and Claudia is collapsed against the phone. Claudia win predate trauma. We're not going to see this, but I'm going to take a look at the game files so we can get ourselves a la look-see. Where the hell are the CGs again? I think they're under scenes. This would be Claudia when predate talk. Okay, this is like the cute one. This is the bad one. Oh dear God! She's really fucked up in that bad one. Holy. We do not play kindly with this one. Holy. Let me pull up the properties because that's be very quickly get location information. I think you should see this, man. What the hell? I'd like to go here, and then I want not that. BG. Claudia win predate trauma. She's look at that. Remember I've showed it. Look at that. Jesus. She's collapsed up against the wall, body trembling. I could already hear her breathing beginning to increase in pace and intensity. He picks up the phone, put it up to his ear. What expects? Oh, it's still Tiffany. Try to say the name loud enough for Claudia to hear, hoping that it would ease her panic. Oh, she just collapsed. She never picked up the phone. Hey, I'm sorry, call this cat watch Malcolm tonight. I can't very well have Malcolm getting sick. Giving Claudia another thing to worry about. Oh no. Holy shit. In this one, he's like, hey, Tiffany, never call this phone again. Holy shit, Win. You have to come out swinging? Ugh. Hang up the phone a lot harder than I should. I'd be terrified it was just like last. Apparently Pizza Cave fucks something up. We missed the whole thing where it's like Pizza Cave does something to her. She likes that Malcolm's coming along. When we returned home, she's still in the bedroom. Jesus. Immediately scoops Malcolm in her. Oh, God dang, man. I don't want to be E1 win anymore. I just want to be E4. I know that people are like, no, ending one in Snook Game and Wani is bad. But these are like bad in the adult kind of way. It's not like, oh no, my wife died. It's like, oh dear God, my wife is collapsing and my entire life is falling apart. But she's not dead. So, like, it keeps being a problem, right? Like, death is such a cop-out. Dead people can't continuously cause you problems as easily as living people can. Trauma sucks. And I think that Snook Game and Wani really kind of dropped the ball on that one. I mean, to be fair, they're just trying to end and try to be as dramatic about it as possible. Wani especially is like half a shitpost, so fuck it. But Wani doesn't get that excuse. Snook Game gets it, though. You have to make some cuts on the recording, man. Gosh, diddlying it. I mean, everyone is excited about Splatoon Raiders. Huh. Just kind of resetting my brain, sorry. Huh. I'm going to do this for like an hour or two, so we're going to do one more, maybe two. I got other stuff to do today, and I'm kind of hungry! And I want to spend all my time eating. The restaurant in question is in the middle of Little Trudon. I tried to hide my concern the closer we came to the borders of the neighborhood. I've been out this way since the night of the robbery. I can only hope that Deirdre's being honest about her offer to just leave Claudia and I alone. Hopefully I should have nothing to worry about. Malcolm, meanwhile, is transfixed by the scenery passing by outside the window. But the look on his face, all of this is brand new to him. Eventually, Claudia pulls into a small parking lot, and we emerge onto the sidewalk in front of our destination. The soft yellow lighting gives the entire place a very cozy atmosphere. I forgot this fucking track exists. It's a good track, though. As the enticing smells that waft from within the structure. You're describing it like it's a chemical spill. Dino Mo's? Bit of a silly name, but it does look nice. Not the same kind of fancy as Deirdre's restaurant, or that was more reminiscent of a grand ballroom. What was that? If I'm getting text right now, that could be anything. It could even be a text. The hell's this? Oh, it's LinkedIn. I fucking hate that LinkedIn does not clarify what the hell it's doing. But I can see where it could be a place where you could dress up and not feel out of place. Well, this looks nice. I smell pizza! Can we get a pizza? Sure. If it tastes half as good as it smells, we'll be in for a treat. Let's not just spend all night standing out here. We enter into the restaurant where the sign greets us asking for anyone dining in to see themselves. Oh, they got... This is a respectable mod. We do not copy. We draw over it. Scanning the dining room, it appears we have our choice in places to sit. Claudia seems indecisive, so a gesture and leads our group towards a nice booth. What are you, the fucking maitre d'? If you're not attached. Holy shit. Yeah, if you're not very attached, then Malcolm has to be like, yeah, we can get pizza. And she's like, okay. And she really is letting go. God, that's bad. Something in view of the front, but satisfies my more private sensibilities. After we're seated, we spend a bit of time waiting and talking and taking the atmosphere. Malcolm is squirming in his seat as the wait goes on, while Claudia attempts to tell him to keep calm. I keep myself busy while scanning the room, wondering where the staff was. We weren't alone in the dining area. There were 3 other groups seated around, whispering among each other, filling the room with a low-level murmur. But behind the small din and the complimentary music, I can hear something. There was an awful lot of arguing coming from the kitchen. The voices were muffled by the walls, and even with only a few customers present, the general noise in the room masks it well. I can't believe you fired someone on the day of my daughter's wedding. Who is she in the script? Random Rose. Random Rose? Random Rose. Probably one of the randos. I don't think that's... Oh, that's Kiara. Or she looks like Kiara. Suddenly, the kitchen door flies open. A young Saurian woman that looks like a waitress storms out. She throws what appears to be her apron into the vacant hostess's podium and leaves. Judging by the angry expression on her face and the stomping march out of the restaurant, she's either been fired or has quit. Holy shit, Mo, you look different at least. Dang. You look so much more like cartoony. Now he looks like a dude. What the hell happened to you? Behind her, an old graying Tyrannosaurus emerges and watches her leave, clearly displeased. His more pronounced Saurian features make it comical when he puts his tiny arms on his hips and shakes his hand. The youth just don't know how to work no more. $21 an hour. I ain't even make that much. Whoop. 21 bucks an hour. Buddy, this is a nice town. That shit doesn't cover rent. Hey, you've linked some lovely customers. Hey, pesados. Italian interest is the song. Welcome to my humble establishment. Dynamos. I am the Dynamo at your service. Ain't you lucky, because it looks like I'm going to be your waiter tonight. Let me just give you guys some menus. Yeah, so a little fun for the big man over there. A few comical gestures, the aging dinosaur extracts some menus from the abandoned podium, as well as a child's activity mat that he actually places in front of Malcolm with a trio of crayons. Oh shit! I want to find that. I want to do the maze. If the maze is not solvable, I will get mad. It's probably one of the props. Prop table. Okay, here we go. Oh, fuck! He does fill it out over time. Like, as the night progresses, he apparently fills in the maze, and he fucks it up a few times. And there's Tracy! Why is Tracy here? Man, Tracy's fucking everywhere. Yeah, we'll get to see those later. Malcolm's face practically burst with excitement once the activity sheet and several crayons appear in front of him. The younger boy immediately gets to work on various puzzles laid out on the paper. He has a visible beard now. Yeah, sure does. How's about I get you some drinks to start out with, eh? A sweet tea for me, please. Aye, one sweet tea for the extra sweet lady. I want to... Claudia! Claudia, you don't... That's Malcolm. Obviously, Malcolm is talking. What are you doing? I want a root beer. A good choice, young man, good choice. And for you, sir. I'm fine with water. I got a diet to worry about. And water. You're lucky we got that on tap. I'll be right back with those for you. A mug of root beer. Give him a mug of ale instead. After taking our orders for drinks, the older Saurian makes a circuit around the restaurant. It seems that the waitress that left was the only one working it tonight. Despite the mockings of age on his older features, he still appears to be up to the task with how he waves between the tables. Well, he certainly seems friendly. He's got a very big personality. And a really big mouth. Literally. So... Claudia picks up and begins to read through the menu. Are we sure about just pizza? Picking up my menu and begins scanning the choices. Pizza! Pizza! The kids' menu says they have veggie nuggets. Boy comes to an abrupt stillness. Possibly... Holy shit, man. Possibly the most intense expression of contemplation I've ever seen him have spreads across his face. Can I have both? Well, maybe we can also share a small pizza in addition to something else? What do you think? That sounds good to me. I mean, that's a great option. It's always lovely to have, like, your own dish, but then have, like, a communal dish where it's like, yeah, you don't have to worry too much about it. As long as we're all fine with splurging a little. Oh, he's so happy. He's like, oh, god dang, man, I get a pizza and a nuggie? Fuck yeah! This nuggie scene does not help Fang, though. Fang, you're fucking 18 years old, and you're flipping shit over nuggies. Yeah! Splurge! Awesome! Tiffany kept saying that. I don't know where she got it from, but she keeps saying she's gonna splurge a man. I don't know what that means. Claudia ponders a few options of what else she wants. To herself quietly. Well, Malcolm returns to his activity seat. He seems quite excited to be here, judging by the simple tune he's humming to himself. As expected... Oh, shit. As expected, Claudia is more than happy to have him tag along, despite it not being her initial plan. Occasionally, she glances towards me over her menu. This is only for get attachment points. Occasionally, she glances towards me over her menu. Her eyes only meet for us to bashfully look away. It feels so childish, but for the life of me, I can't help but enjoy every second of it. Of course, it does make it difficult to think of what I want to eat. Only a few minutes pass before the Dynamo returns with the drinks. Et voila! Yeah. Sorry for making you wait. Would you like help with the drinks? That's the most kind offer of you, man, but don't you worry about old Mo. This ain't nothing to a pro like me. What year was it again? Hold up, I'm at line 15700. I always forget what fucking year it is. Like, how long has it been? Snook Game was 2020, right? This is a test. I'm leaving it in for sentimental value. I understand the power of the comma. I'll spend the code cleaning up the flip H and all that shit. What the hell does he mean? Oh. Oh, he's like doing a bunch of test stuff. Oh, man, that's sentimento. 2024. So it's been 4 years. I guess. It was a 14700, right? In a well-practiced feat of dexterity, the old Tyrannosaur performs a veritable juggling act with our drinks, slipping, flipping, sliding, maneuvering the drink such a way that I find hard to keep up with. Drink lands in front of all of us, not a drop spilled. This place is awesome! Claudia offers some applause for the performance.
Bravo!
Impressive.
Oh, thank you. You're all too kind. Now have we decided what to eat tonight?
I think I have.
Nuggies!
One plate of veggie nuggies from the kids' menu. I'll have the mushroom Alfredo. And what are you having? Man, I haven't had meat in forever. Give me some of that pepperoni slice, the meat lovers. I thought about it, and while I've been quite satisfied with the food Claudia has provided me, I haven't had a decent chunk of meat in a while. So as Malcolm stated, let's splurge. The Moa breast parmesan. Fucking hell, man.
You've got some good tasting bird. It's one of my favorite dishes.
Are you sure when that is a lot of bird? I brought enough to pay for it. I'm more worried your stomach is going to be paying for it. But I would also like a small pizza to go along with everything.
It's a regular feast over here. It might take a bit, but it'll be worth the wait. I guarantee it.
Man, I like how well they translated his accent. Good job there, author. Once more, the eccentric host vanishes to attend to the rest of the restaurant. Meanwhile, we enter an interlude as we try to fill with some idle conversation. Well, Claudia does, at least. Apparently, Liv went to the pizza cave. She's talking about the other cave. Claudia does, at least. She seems happy enough with the place, taking the opportunity to talk at length about how cozy everything is. Wynn just says meat. Comical large meat on the bone. So what's you two want? Sir, I've been eating nothing but vegetarian, living with these damn herbivores. I want something every omnivore and carnivore man deserves. I want meat!
And he's like, oh, you don't gotta worry about that one, buddy. I'll have my men roast up a whole damn hog on a bone for you.
I sit and listen patiently as she fills the silence, trying my best to be a decent conversation partner. Eventually, making sure that drink ain't gonna reach. Eventually, she begins running out of topics that she wants to speak about in front of Malcolm. Fortunately, just as the discussion looks like it's about to stall, Malcolm provides a suitable distraction. Mom! Yes?
Can you help me with this? I'm stuck!
He presents his mother with the still, as of yet, incomplete activity sheet. That's cheating! Taking it, she places it where I can also view it.
What do you think, Wynn?
What? Oh my god, we gotta zoom in! Oh, fuck. Color Little Deuce. That's Tracy. Can you help Little Deuce solve all the puzzles? Or maybe you can even draw him some food to eat and friends to have a party with. Look at these fucking mazes. Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. I love it. Okay, that's 9, 8. I ate lots. Here? Sound? Of? I don't get this. But how does, like, I can see there could be lots of pizza. But what does this fucking mean? Is that the joke? Is that it's like a really obscure way of doing it? Maybe I'm just dumb. I love how this maze is made out of straight fucking lines, and there are all these little bends in it. Like, dude, it's straight lines! Oh, I get it. No, I get it. I get it. He used graph paper, and he probably fucked around with it, which is why there's, like, lots of bends in, like, the obvious places. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe he used, like, a ruler for this. Oh, I love this fucking light art straw, man. The funny part is, that's not the fucking maze we see here, buddy. That's not the fucking maze we see here, buddy. You're lying. Anyway, let's see if we can solve this one. ABC! It's the fucking alphabet! Hey, look, it's pepperoni. So we got pepperoni, we got pizza. Can we find crust? Cheese! Found cheese. We just gotta find soda. And crust. Oh, here we go. Crust. And soda. We did it! We found all of them. I love how it just starts with the alphabet. Dude! Oh. Anyway, let's do this last one. Router can have also top. That's pizza. What's the past tense of eat? Ate. What grows out of the ground? Pizza 8. Oh, wheat. If you bring a pizza to someone, you deliver. I imagine. D-E-L-I-P. Oh, yeah, works out. We did it. We solved the mystery. Seems like a simple enough activity sheet. A word search, a crossword, a maze, some simple word association, and a cartoon dinosaur asking to be colored in. Or is it a frog? Regardless, Malcolm, despite only being 5, appears to have a deft hand when it comes to scribbling crayon on paper. Most everything here is drawn where it's meant to be and within the lines. Man, he even drew himself. That's a good portrait for a 5-year-old. Not that he's having trouble with the words. Gonna turn out he's fucking dyslexic. Maybe it's just part of his development that hasn't clicked yet. You can't fucking ask me, dude. Attachment choice? Apparently windowing the activity sheet is a tracked variable. Alright, I wasn't gonna do it, because, like, come on, man. Listen, you gotta do your own work to earn that pizza. To earn that New York slice. Also, if Mo sees Win working on the sheet for 1 second, all of his reputation out the window. He might as well be a corpse at that point. Mo is going to be like, I can't believe you, Master Thief Win, are filling in an activity sheet for a child. Accepting the offered worksheet as an invitation to place it down. I proceed to film the solutions. And then Malcolm is like, hey, and if you have attachments, like, Win, you didn't need to take it over, huh? It's cute how focused you got, but he asked for help. Oh my god! I got it wrong. Apparently the problem is that Win just goes for it. I got a little carried away. It's fine. Just don't have anything to do, though. Could always draw on the back. Yeah, that sounds good. Pass it over to the boy. And he feels embarrassment. I fucking told you. This is how you feel embarrassment. If you have no attachment, he's like, oh, I'm doing it right. Man. Oh my god, I was fucking right. Not for nothing to sure, but if you want activity matter your own, you could have just said so. Oh, dear god. Ah. Ooh. Oh, the end statement is different. The comment got a laugh for the other two, but it seemed to do the job to putting an end to the fiasco. The other one, if you don't have the attachment points, is... The comment seemed to get a laugh from the other two, but it seems to do the job of ending the small miss, with only one S. That's the fucking miss. Anyway, we're gonna pass it back to Malcolm. Seems easy enough. You should be able to figure it out with a bit of guidance. I analyzed the piece of paper and consider how to best explain to Malcolm what he needs to do. Figuring it'd be best to take things one step at a time, I put the paper sheet back in front of him. After that, I start asking questions, simple back and forth questions. Oh my god, why are you such a good boy? Why are you such a cool fucking guy? I hope we're going to see the fucking art that I see here. The prop art. Because it's like the endings of Wani and Snoot. It's so fucking stupid looking. I love it. Oh, god, it makes me just go, wow, thank you. Thank you very much for to play my game, as they say. Foreground images. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Oh! Oh, the activity sheet. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Oh my god, it changes. Oh my god. Oh, that's so fucking cute. There's a different one if he does it. That's... Oh, listen, I gotta show you this. But I don't want to. We might see it. I'll show you the other one. The one that we don't get to see. Because I imagine we get to see the other one. Gradually it starts to click for the young Parasaurus. He starts to fill in the blanks, one letter or word at a time. Malcolm seems incredibly receptive to this. And with a bit of encouragement from his mother, he finishes the work. Okay, so... This is the one you and I get. But... I need to go to BG, foreground images. I think it's this one I want. However, if Win does it, it looks a lot more professional. Because Win knows how to write. And I love, by the way, how it is only the parts that Win does. Like, the circles are sloppier, the text is bad, and I love how you can tell. I love this part, right? I love this one part here, where he's like, lots, and then he writes out, that he blots out the P to figure it out, and then 9 minus 8, because he can't do it well, he's like, I love it. Oh, that's what it's trying to do. Oh, sounds like, that's what this ear icon means. I mean, it sounds like of. U and v. Gotcha. Gotcha. And you're only getting a small pizza, buddy. You're not eating that much pizza. Good job, Malcolm. Seems like he got everything right. Well, Malcolm's getting the good ending. Malcolm's getting ending 4 on his activity sheet. Well done.
Thanks. Thanks for helping me.
No problem. I know you could do it.
I did it pretty good. I know, that's what I like to see. Always your happy customers.
Food's here. Much a similar fashion as before, the elderly. He's not that old. The Radisor lays out much of the food in front of us. What? The whole fucking table is bouncing! Look at that! Why is the table attached to these characters? Why did you make the table bounce? Malcolm, stop kicking the fucking table! Hold up. No, it's only Malcolm, Wynn, and Claudia the jolt, so why is the table included? Hold up. I don't know, I'm not gonna look this shit up. I guess it's just for later, when it, like, shows you the little cutesy picture or something, I don't know. It was just as entertaining for Claudia and Malcolm as the time with the drinks. Malcolm wastes no time digging into his plate of veggie nuggets, and Claudia happily munches on her pasta dish. I barely know where to begin at the hefty hunk of meat that barely fits on the plate in front of me. So each begin to dig into the food before us. The elderly Tyrannosaurus lingers for a few minutes near our table.
Not a bad night, all things considered.
Bit slow, though. Is he talking to me?
Sorry if I'm bothering you while you're trying to eat. I'm just getting old. I find myself wanting to chit-chat. Like some old yappy granny. I used to have this kid of mine called Fang, and then she was Lucy, and then she was Fang again. No, wait, she was Lucy, then she became Fang, then she became Lucy again. Listen, it's all a story, buddy. Point is, she used to come by every once in a while with this weird little human guy. In fact, they look a lot like used to. It's actually kind of strange how you're like the second human and big snooted parrot that's coming to my store having a romantic sequence. Honestly, it's getting a little weird.
Oh, I don't mind.
Everything is really wonderful. Oh, thank you most kindly. This place is my baby. I made it a bit of franchise out of Dynamos, but this place right here, this is where I put my heart and soul.
Well, the love you put in really shows through with the diarrhea I'm getting. From shaking all this time. Grinder noise. All this meat is making my grinder notice act up. I can't believe I never heard of this place until recently.
Aye, but at least you heard of it now, right? Oh, speaking of love, it's always a nice to host. Such a nice couple out with the kid.
Malcolm is like, I don't notice anything. I'm Malcolm, I don't know.
Then she went to shoot up a school, she became a punk rocker, and I think some guy had a greater girlfriend. I don't think they ever came by here, but...
Wait, how did she become a rocker if she shot up a place? Shouldn't she be in jail?
I don't know, buddy. I feel like I've seen her go down 4 different paths of life, as did that human, but honestly, I don't keep track of them too much.
They do be shaken. Claudia immediately goes red from embarrassment as she tries not to choke on the pasta. But I'm not doing much better. We're not... Wynn and I aren't... We're just friends. Oh, I like how Mo is like, oh, shit. You can do that with Fang. Can't do that with actual customers.
Oh,
Claudia tries valiantly to explain that her and I aren't an actual couple, and that Malcolm isn't our son. Listen. There's only enough space in the multiverse for one Mo. The man has to do every fucking ending. He wakes up and it's like, oh, gosh dang it. That stupid punk kid and his gator girl are having their endings. Now I gotta do this same day 4 times in a row. No, that just sucks. because it doesn't actually affect the building, because it's happening over there. So he just has to repeat like months of his life, so this motherfucker can have his endings. But the food still in a route proves too much of a hurdle to overcome. Interdimensional spears and Mo. Well, spears is just too strong. He beat up all his alternative universe selves to become the strongest spears. He knows the responsibility when he started. Malcolm, the sweet and innocent young lad, is certainly not encumbered by such an... What the fuck does that mean? Oh, oh. Oh, shit, man. Oh, dear God. This is the funniest fucking shit. Humans and dinosaurs can make babies together? I might have miscalculated a bit. Claudia looks in embarrassed horror. She hastily tries to swallow her food. Holy shit. The birds and the bearded lizards. Finally swallowing the last bit of Alfredo, she addresses Malcolm. Well, yes, Malcolm, humans and saurians can have children with one another. Was my daddy? What? Claudia stammers as she tries to figure out what the... Mo, why did you do this? Mo, now would be best to restart this reality. Mo, this might be ending 4, but I don't like it. Can I choose ending 3? She clearly wasn't ready to have this conversation yet. More unfortunate is that Malcolm doesn't give his mother a chance to recover before asking his follow-up question. Is when my dad... Holy shit! This author, no gloves. He wears no gloves. It's all punches. The sapiens and the Lizzies. Listen. I like Liz, right? But I get a feeling she'd be a bit overbearing over time. Get this lizard lounge out of here! The boy excitedly glances at me and Claudia, who waits for an answer. Mo's losing it. See you later, Mo. Claudia's expression of surprise and embarrassment slowly transforms to one of heartache. She looks at me for support, it seems to the loss of word. I can read it in her features that she does not explain things to him. And she's clearly asking me for help. I don't know if it's really my place to speak here, but telling the truth here in this setting may be too much for her in this moment. Alright, I'll bite the bullet. I give Claudia a reassuring nod, communicating my intent. Malcolm, his eyes snap excitedly to face me. I am not... Malcolm, I'm not your father. I'm not gonna chop off your hand, and you do not have to jump down the exhaust, okay? For fuck's sake. Oh. The boy doesn't conceal his disappointment as he looks back out at his placemat. Isn't that one word? I feel twingy pain in my chest at seeing him so dejected. Oh. But I wouldn't mind if I was. I think I'd be happy if I was. Probably. The move between the two shifts dramatically. Malcolm's reaction is surprisingly subdued. Other than looking at me as a smile spreads across his face, he looks just back down to his activity mat and starts doodling. Although I can see hints of pure elation on his face, he does so. Claudia's reaction less so. Her gaze became fixed on me as I said those words. But now a kind and thankful smile spreads across her face. After a brief moment, she reaches out and grasps one of my hands. She gives it a tight squeeze, then uses her fingers to massage it. Well, maybe we aren't just friends. Oh! Oh my. Sorry. Oh my. Hey, now that's a thing of beauty. Thanks, Mo! I was wondering where he went. Sorry about making things awkward for you guys like that. I usually have a good sense about these sort of things. But hey, it all worked out, right? Maybe I wasn't so off the mark after all, eh? Jesus fucking Christ. You can't just do that, Mo. How long is this split up scene? Oh, God. I think I'm gonna have to end it after the next one, because, like I said, 2 hours. Also, this has been a combination of, like, oh, that's how the end. Oh, dear fucking. I'd say so. So, as a way of apologies for me spoiling the night, consider the meal on the house. Really? Absolutely. But you don't have to do that. We can pay. What's wrong about handing you the bill at such an
after a nice little moment like that. And I'm honest, I'm a bit of a sucker for that old schmaltzy romance stuff. Used to reminds me of two kids I know. Some real good eggs, but they had a serious case of esamiamente dermatico, if you know what I'm saying. Maybe because they were some of those creative types.
There's a big drama coming up. Oh my god, please! I don't need this. I need to get a snack, if that's the case. Thank you.
Forget about it.
We spend the rest of the meal talking to the elderly Saurian. Or more accurately, he talks at us. But everything seems to have turned out alright. Particularly between me and Claudia. More than friends. Can't say I've expected me being this close to anyone. Or feeling the way... You're very close to Mo, if anything. But I guess this pretty much confirms things between us now, don't it? We spend the next half hour picking out our food while chatting with Mo. Between his occasional departures to help wait other tables, he seems more than eager to tell us other local gossip. Most centered around complaints about how little Trudon is losing some of its local charm and becoming gentrified. Including a few curated words about a certain competing pizza chain a few blocks over that's been drawing away customers. Fortunately, my tendency to not emote very well hides my reaction that might hint I know the one behind his problems. But it seems like the kind of business Deirdre would want to keep around. Seems like the kind of place she'd like. His sheet is filled out, baby. But the evening eventually draws to a close and it's time to leave. Alright, Malcolm, pack it up. Let's go home. Okay. Mom, can you grab my drawing? Sure, sweetheart. Claudia grabs the activity man and gives a quick glance. She studies her son's work. She sees something that causes her to be stuck between a quick breath before covering her mouth with a hand. Claudia passes the completed sheet to me for my appraisal. This drawing always shows up, but the whole rest of it, of if he filled it in or not, is also different. Also, he does not fill this in with yellow. Yeah, he does that with red too, I think. I love this drawing. I hate how the yellow kind of blurs out, but look at Win. Okay, quick point. This proves that in-universe, Win is covered in shadows. The shadow is not just for us as the viewer, as like an artistic license. Win, in-universe, to these people, has this constant fucking shadow over the top half of his head. Maybe it's a mask. I don't know. Huh. Well, would you look at that? He even drew me smiling. That's his karma system. Looking at this simple drawing of the three of us, I could feel the corners of my mouth starting to tug upwards. It shows you a different one if you... Okay, this is what they use that activity sheet thing for. As I fold the piece of paper, I put it into my pocket, my mouth ends up curling into an all too rare smile. Ready to go home? We exit Dynamo's to get back into our car. I get the honor of driving us back home as Claudia and Malcolm try not to fall asleep as they gaze at the windows. So, I'm not doing the whole... Okay, it's actually a lot shorter. What do I have to do to get to this branch again? I have to not be attached. Shadow gets bigger the more evilly, as less of it's good. I mean, that shouldn't be too hard to do, actually. Just have to draw the line up and down for the mask. Where was this branch again? This branch happens when... Yeah, this is what, like, over a couple. Malcolm is too absorbed to hear. Claudia swallows the food. Sorry we aren't together. Win is just a family friend. Oh, gosh. Figlio di puttana. The big old butt. I'm terribly sorry to make an assumption like that. This big mouth gets out of my brain sometimes. Enjoy the rest of your meal, then. Oh, God. Man, that's so sad. May have gotten a discount from the faux pas. Pizza kit may be expensive, but they don't make things awkward. God damn, dude. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go make that sandwich. I'm not gonna eat it, but I'm gonna make it. So it can cool down because that has tendency to happen. Who names their kid Bluggy? What was the Bluggy thing about? No, that's not the one either. Where's my AFK text? Here we go. I'm gonna go make that and do some other things, and I'll be back, and then we can keep going. I need to fill my tummy with something. It's starting to growl. Okay, I lied. I ate a good portion of my sandwich. Alright, where are we? By the time we arrive back, it's an hour before Malcolm's bedtime. Oh, thank goodness. Well, it seems we have some time. How do we feel about a movie? You cannot watch a movie in an hour. Now, you need a very specific movie for that. I suppose I could use something to do while I digest. Alright. I want to pick! Okay, go ahead. I take my usual spot at the edge of the couch and get comfortable. What the? Unlike all times we've ever watched a movie, Claudia doesn't take the spot at the far end of the couch. Instead, she's sitting next to me. A girl! Oh. She's soon followed by Malcolm, who hops between us and squeezes himself into a comfortable nook. You wouldn't squeeze a child into a comfortable nook. After they get comfortable, Claudia leans into me while wrapping an arm around Malcolm. This is unexpected, but boy do I like it. I feel like I want to start laughing or something. Like this pleasant swelling in my chest. Kinda like how I fell in the sanctuary. Last time Claudia and I got so cozy. Maybe I should try something. We are more than friends now, right? Shooting another glance at Claudia, I nervously attempts an age-old maneuver. At least I think it is. I only learned about this since living here and watching movies. With deliberate thought and motion, lift my arm up. Alright, nice and easy. Slowly, I carefully stretch it out behind Claudia and said, "You're going to hit the horn! The crest! You fool! The crest!" And so far, so good. Oh, he actually did it. Dang, man, slick! Also, I love how the shot is like, why do we have so much of the carpet on screen? With tactful grace, I bring it down on her... Why does he... Oh, he's holding onto her arm. I was wondering, like, why is he cross-armed like that? I thought, is he dabbing in the middle of a movie? With thoughtful grace, I bring it down on her shoulder and gently pull her in a little closer. Oh, the cross is grey. I thought it was yellow. In response, she burrows herself deeper into my side, nestling under my arm much like Malcolm had done. Malcolm ends up squeezed and crushed, and he turns into a red paste. Mission success. Man, he does not look like a mission success kind of guy. Seems she likes it. Good. This is good. Everything is good. Hopefully she doesn't notice how nervously I'm shaking. For the next hour and a half... That's past bedtime. The three of us remain like this as we watch the film. Before it's over, Malcolm falls asleep and is sunken into the nook between Claudia and I. Oh, he's actually straight up asleep in this one. He's not far behind, judging by how she looks. Right. I'll go get into bed if you want to clean up out here. Yeah, sure. Wrapping Malcolm in her arms completely as the credits begin to roll, she breaks up the comfy pile that we've all been in. I rise to my feet and set about shutting things down and tidying up. Pleasant swelling. Just like our Paddington said, I think it's called pride. As my feet start shutting things down, that's 1 minute later, it's all packed up. As good as today was, I'm ready for it to be over. I think Claudia was right about that Moa Parmesan bag a bit too much. It's like I'm moving like a slug, I'm so full. When? Claudia's voice quietly called to me from the hallway. Yes? Is there something else? I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed going out with you tonight. Even though it didn't go exactly according to plan, it was still a great night. I'm just really happy to have you in my life, even if it's for such a short time. I've been feeling more alive than I have in years. Like I did before meeting Denovian. I know it sounds silly, but after everything that's happened since you showed up, I feel like I'm finally making progress in my life, not just stuck in some ditch. Like I have a future. And I wanted you to know how much you've come to mean to me. Claudia, I like how he's pulled in. Look at him! My karma meter! You can't kiss me on the karma meter! Before I can respond, Claudia grabs my jacket and pulls me to a deep, passionate kiss. And not a short one either. This is better than last time. If you don't go to church, she's like, his mind goes blank. I like how we're tying this up. You know, other authors would have another kiss scene earlier to be like, oh no, now they both kiss and don't have to worry about that. But I was like, yeah. Thoughts evaporate in a misted sensation of the kiss. Cute. Although my brain is currently taking a backseat to what's going on, I know that the kiss is more intense than before. She's getting into it. She's not holding back like before. She was sparing me her full power. Then the darkness spreads onto Claudia. And it's like, Claudia, what the fuck? You're all black? What have you been doing? She's like, listen, when I need to explain what I did in Vietnam 10 years ago. The war was 50 years ago! What were you doing in Vietnam last decade? Pulls out Agent Orange. Claudia pulls me over to the couch, never letting our lips part for long. Dude, Malcolm's gonna show up and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Am I getting a baby sister? What the hell? Although it's hard to navigate while so distracted, we reach our destination, which we topple onto. Oh shit. Blanket time. Claudia comes to lay on top of me, and for some time we exchange pecks and kisses. You look like Fang like this. Eventually, however, the kisses stop and give way to nuzzling. She settles atop me, her breathing evens out, and she falls asleep. We remain like this for a long... She's asleep, man! I don't know for how long. I still didn't care to keep track. I let her weight cover me. Her touch and scent calm me, matching my breathing with her own. Man, that's so annoying. She's gonna be like all the way up there when she breathes in. Soon my eyes close and I follow her into slumber. Apparently, if we don't have enough attachment, this happens instead. I imagine it's really short because it's just like, I'm going to bed. See you later, fucker. Man, I've still got that icky taste in my mouth. Yeah, and that one, if you don't have attachment, he's like distant. You're being too good to me in spite of me messing it up. I'm sorry for the embarrassment at the dinner that you had to accommodate Malcolm. Most of all, I'm sorry for how I acted to that phone call. The thing about since it happened, how it affected me. Man. I need you in. Oh my god. Listen, okay, let's talk about this. I appreciate that even though you don't have attachment points, she's like, listen, when you might not have attachment to me, but I've been building attachment to you. Bread. It's so tasty. She doesn't want him, she needs him. Please stay with me. You're always so calm and sure about yourself. You always know exactly what to do. And I've collapsed to such an extent that I'm now codependent. I need you. The last 2 weeks away, we're handling everything. I feel happy. Then I proved I can't take care of myself anymore. Oh my god, you're like in your 20s, lady. Please, when will you please take care of us? Oh dear god. And Wynn's narration is like, I need to take care of that. Think about that very carefully. Her offer is precisely what I wanted earlier today. We're close enough to it. She's asking like she sounds like she wants me to run her life for her. Permanently. Oh dear god. I have to remember that my goal ultimately is to disappear without a trace like I've always done before. It's only going to get more difficult if she comes to rely on me. I appreciate that this version of Wynn is like not going to humor the idea, but it's like for the stupid, selfish shit reason. Claudia, I owe you a lot. I will. I'll stay with you until you're no longer need my help. I promise you that. She falls into sleep with Malcolm on the eyes. Couch cuddle. Oh, this is if you wake up after the scene. You said something dramatic was coming up. When is it? How about you tell me, buddy, so I know what to prepare for? How much longer I gotta... Piece of egg. Because I don't want to sit around here for hours. I only have so long until I got places to be. And I mean that. We wake up as the sun comes through the windows. We're both slow to move. Enjoy the feeling of her weight on top of me. Judging by she's clinging to me, she likes being held by me too. But as it fills the room, she begins to force herself up. Even in my half-awake state, I can feel reluctance to do so. Good morning. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Yeah. I'd say that. I'd say it may have been the best. Sleep I've had in a long time, too. Especially with how warm you are.
I knew humans ran a bit hot, but I like how she says hot, right? Because for a Saurian, they would run hot. But I knew it'd be so comforting. I could barely pull myself off of you. I'm glad to help. We should probably get ourselves back to our rooms. I'm not sure Malcolm is ready to find us like this. We just told him you're not his dad, but at this rate, might be a bit awkward. But I'll talk to him about us and, our relationship. After saying this, she pauses, and an anticipatory expression covers her face. You're serious about this, aren't you? About us being together? I'm pretty sure. It's the first time I've ever been this close to someone. Yeah, a kiss from last night was the best thing I ever felt. I'd like to do that again. Well, thank you for the compliment. I think more of that sort of thing could be arranged, seeing as how much you liked it. Was it really the best you've ever felt? I haven't done that sort of thing with anyone else. I tried to have sex with a prostitute, but we just started talking about Jenga for some reason. I have no idea how that happened. Out $50 for nothing. And I think she gave me a discount because I was such an idiot about it. Just you. So yeah. You guys just hit me with the mirror shot. No sooner I answer her question than I get another application of a tender affection. I don't think I'll ever get tired of that. I think I can top it if you stick around long enough. Wait. Top it? What does she mean by... Oh. Oh my. I have lubricant and pegging, so you gotta get used to that. Just really short offhand comment. Oh, my spleen. How about I put some coffee on? Another little burst of laughter. Claudia moves away into the kitchen, start preparing breakfast. What day of the week is it? Otherwise, he wakes up, they're still asleep. Promise to take care of him. How far I'm willing to go with that. I'm even going to accomplish it. Remove Donovan and Alfonsi definitely. Remove Deirdre too, probably. Then remove myself. What if she doesn't try to let me leave? What if she won't let me disappear? I may have to. Oh my god, I love how he's straight up like, I'm going to have to cause trouble. For if I can avoid anything too extreme. I feel like, I think the funny part about this, right, is that we know that Xander would probably be okay with it, because Xander's like, yeah, you did what I wanted you to. And I can't blame you for wanting to go your own path, right? And I appreciate that Xander is like the guy who's like, yeah, I made my deal, and you kept your end, so I'm not going to renege on this. I'm just a little disappointed. That's all. I prefer if I could avoid anything extreme. Time to change course, but that window is getting more narrow by the day. I guess you can kind of, maybe there's like a choice or two where you can kind of squeeze it in. Meanwhile, I get about a morning routine with a new pep in my step. 1 week later. Jesus fucking Christ! Where's this dramatic scene you were talking about? Claudia and I have been attached at the hip during this time for one reason or another. Rather than confess and being in any kind of relationship, we try to act normally as we do normally in public. Mostly because neither of us want the word to spread that there may be something more going on. Oh! Oh! Despite our efforts, Minnie is the only one of the few in Claudia's social circle that suspects anything is different. Hell yeah, baby! She instantly knows that there's been some kind of development between Claudia and I. So when's the baby? Claudia would be the kind of person to ask you that question out of nowhere. If she thinks she can get away with it, at least. However, she does have enough tact to keep it to herself for the time being. At home, however... It's smooching time! Claudia and I are performing rather childish antics on one another. Little romantic acts one might expect from a teenager's first fling. I presume, anyway. Claudia especially seems keen on seeking to kiss or cuddle as often as she can. And I am helpless. I'm helpless against these affectionate attacks. Mostly due to my own desire for such attention, but mostly due to her, but also due to her sorry and something hard to resist. Malcolm has not quite been told yet. All he really knows is that his mother never been happier, which makes him happy. Absolute cinema moment? Dude, stop spoiling me. Man, I really do appreciate that it goes a little further, because it could just be that they're distant from each other, but it straight up is like Claudia needs someone to lean on, and it's him. Malcolm raised a curious eyebrow to his mother, deferring to me for solutions she once handled herself, for tasks she handled herself. The boy cannot comprehend what change, but he's becoming worried. I can't believe Malcolm's the final fucking boss. I'm going to skip the phone calls and skip to Win meeting with Father Xander to talking about love. Oh! But the back of my mind, I can't help but feel growing anxiety. Denovian has been too quiet, which leads me back to the only person I can really talk to about what's going on with it. Father Xander's been a reliable source of wisdom for me. Give or take a few sermons. Maybe those police calls, he might finally be able to do something useful. Hello, Father Xander. Father Xander! This again. Finding the priest asleep at his desk is not a particularly rare sight. A few times when assisting Mimi, we've stumbled into the unconscious ankylosaur. Fortunately, Minnie showed me a foolproof technique to wake him up. I take a rather solid-looking wooden crucifix off the old man's desk and... Jesus! Jesus, come! Oh, who's there? Oh, hello, Win. How'd you get here? When did you get here? Just now. Oh, lovely. Well, don't just stand there. Have a seat, and I may be able to have some assistance to you. What's in your mind? Listen, I'm convinced that Denovian is planning something big. He's been silent for too long. Oh, he has been rather quiet, hasn't he? Any sight of him since the charity fair last month, right? No. What do you think he may be up to? I'm thinking he's getting ready to make good on the step to separate Malcolm and Claudia. I don't know exactly how we'll do it, but I think I'll fabricate something so it can be done legally. I think he might be right. At least, in terms of what he ultimately wants to do. I'm not sure he's gotten too far with that. Huh? Based on how he described your encounter at the fair, and how he seems to not be getting help from this Deirdre woman, I think he's spent most of his last month trying to figure out who you are. You think so? He may be an egomaniac, but he's also a coward. He was only able to harass Claudia for so long because she refused to fight back at him or let us help her. But now that you're here, I don't think he doesn't quite know what to do about you. Especially since you don't have any sort of record you could exploit. He may not want to try anything until he knows more about you. Specifically, whatever messing with you might backfire on him. In theory, just find you. Perhaps your contacts in the police know anything? It's only been a month since you mentioned trying to set up a meeting. Yeah, I apologize for the delay in getting you all in the same room. Unfortunately, they can only devote so much time to this. Looking into Claudia's case is being done as a favor to me, as their friend. Tragically, crime in the city doesn't take time off, so they have to contend with more pressing official work. All I can tell you is that as of yet, there's been no new developments for good or ill. Although they have been chewing on information that you passed on the link between the director and Alfonsi. I guess that's something. Yes. Sorry, I can't be more helpful on that front. I really wish I could do more, but if Denovian is going to try and fabricate some sort of legal attack, then they'll know about it. Right now, I think you being there is Claudia and Malcolm's best defense. I don't mind that responsibility. Got gun back. Oh shit, we're getting the gun back? I was just thinking about how that could have been done by now. Well, when I have to ask. Yeah? Do you love Claudia? What the... A little bit of a swerve of conversation, isn't it? I wasn't expecting to have this conversation when I came in today. I mean, I do. At least I think I do. I've been in love before, so how would I know? If I'm ever gonna have to tell her, I better get used to saying it, right? Yes, I do. I love Claudia, and I want to stay with her. Protect her, and protect Malcolm. I want to be someone worth loving. Good. I believe you. I just wanted to hear it from you before I return a little something to you. The elderly priest's bone creak as he rises to his feet and moves to a small cabinet on the wall. Taking a small key from his vestments, he unlocks the cabinet and takes out a small parcel of some kind. And hobbles over to me and gives me an item wrapped in some kind of cloth. There's a familiar weight to it. I believe you should have this back if you plan on defending those you care about. Welcome to God's country, son! So I begin to unwrap the item. Father Xander places a hand on top of mine and stops me. Do you mean defend? Oh my god, he's got the squinty eyes. He's like, buddy! After reiterating that particular word with some emphasis, he relinquishes back to me completely. Judging by the haft of metallic clatter coming from within the wrappings, I think I know what's inside. Oh, man, that gun looks cool! Fuck! I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch, Xander. He's gonna taste 2 pounds of fucking lead! Right in the eyes!
Ah. I've been wondering what happened to this. Looks like he took good care of it. Well, I guess that makes sense given his army background.
It will jam before firing once. Win with the auto mag.
I trust you enough to give it back to you, Win. Claudia may not approve, but it's important for a man to be able to defend those he loves. Well, a woman can defend the ones that they love too, but it wouldn't be as dramatic. For some odd reason. Unless it's a baby for some reason. I don't get it, man. Can you explain it to me, Win? I don't think I'm woke enough. Defend those I love. This will certainly make that easier. Even a monster like Alfonso will think twice if he gets a taste of what this can dish out. Probably.
Is it that powerful? Like, I get the impression it's like a 9mm. It doesn't look that big.
Having it makes me feel better anyway.
Like, it could stop Denovian. I don't think Alfonso cares about 9mm fire until he starts bleeding out.
Thank you for returning this to me.
But is it usual for priests to have weapons?
Oh, don't worry, buddy. I blessed it.
It's meant to be okay, it's a .44. A .44? Also, for reference, this body belongs to like one of those, what are they called? Those 1911 guns?
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, that's the fucking body of an M1911. Or a Colt 45. Oh, shit, I forgot those actually shoot... Oh, that's not a 9mm. Got me there. Got me there.
Oh.
But is it usual for priests to hand out weapons? Why do you think everyone says it's a shit gun? You modified a 911.
1911. Depends on the diocese.
The what?
Specific geographic territory district within a Christian church. Gotcha. But without knowing exactly the kind of scheme Denovian's cooking up, it's figured it's best for you to be prepared. But understand that I'm putting a lot of trust in you by giving this back to you.
Automag uses .44 man. God, this is fucking Automag. Oh, that's like a category of weapon. Oh, that's an established weapon? I never seen one of these. Okay, so that's an actual gun. A .44 auto mag pistol. .44 AMP. Okay. He blessed it. Does 30% holy damage. It's all you need against Alfonsi. He's weak to that shit.
Don't worry, I won't let anyone hurt Claudia or Malcolm. I believe you, but I'm trusting you to not try running out and doing something stupid as tempting as it may be.
Finally, my gun autism can be of good use. It sure is.
We'll sure have to be patient and be willing to bear a great deal of trouble ahead. My friends and the police will keep an eye out for any sort of charge against you or Claudia filed. If any of them are false, then Denovian will be in some serious trouble. Beyond that, you'll need to be there to help Claudia and Malcolm weather whatever storm Denovi's plan to drop on them. It'll be difficult, but I promise the whole parish will be there to provide comfort and shelter if needed.
Thank you.
Just don't make me regret it. Best case scenario is you never have to use it. There's anything else I can help you with? Planning a wedding, perhaps? Well, I'll get back to you on that. No, I'll be here. If you're planning to marry in a non-Christian faith, I will find you, motherfucker! I didn't join this to lose my sheep! Now go home, will you? I've got a nap to get back to. And for God's sake, keep that thing out of Malcolm's reach! Get a gun safe, you idiot!
I depart the office with a purposeful stride.
Inability to take immediate action is bothersome. Denovian won't hold off because he's scared of who he might be. He won't be scared forever. I'm gonna have to talk to Claudia about this. You may be able to tell me something about what the Denovian's actually capable of.
Wynn grabs the gun and probably say, God has mercy, but I don't, and the gun jams. Well, God clearly has mercy in that case. Wynn put it on top of the fridge. And maybe, if there's time and a good enough opportunity,
I could try to tell her that I love her.
Several hours later, after returning home by waiting home, blah, blah, blah. I was told there'd be a big dramatic sequence. Anyway, if you do not have the attachment points, what happens instead? It's a lot shorter. Yeah, he's just like a big bitch, and he's like, no, I'm leaving. I'm home. Where the dementia's kicking in. Welcome back. Welcome back. How was your day? busy, but nothing me and Minnie aren't used to. How about you? Were you waiting for me? Is everything all right? Did something happen? No, not yet anyway. I've just been doing some heavy thinking lately about the weight of a .44 automag. Kind of waiting in weight. About what? Denovian. Oh. He's just been too quiet. I'm trying to think of what he could be plotting. I'd like to have some kind of plan in case he actually tries something. I don't want to shoot the Child Protective Services agent. That'd be terrible for your case. Well, Xander believes that he's afraid to do anything with me around, for the time being, anyway. I wanted to ask what you think about it. We need a plan if he's going to use his position as a hospital director against you and Malcolm. Anything you could tell me that might help? Well, I don't know exactly. I was just an intern when I left. If he is the director now, then he should have access to everyone's medical records. Assign doctors and medicine to patients as he sees fit. Anything he wants to so far as St. Hammond's General is concerned. But I haven't been back there in age, and I have never taken Malcolm there. Not to any hospital. Is he at least vaccinated? That's one thing me and Malcolm have in common, I suppose. Not exactly what I'd call helpful information. Doesn't help that I don't have any particularly clear understanding of the law and its loopholes. So I just break in when it suits me. When? Do you really think he'll be trying something soon? I feel like he will. He's been hounding you for 5 years. I don't think he'll give up now. Not because of me. He doesn't seem all that intimidated by me at the fair. Not until Deirdre showed up. No, I'm not sure. I want to be prepared if he does. Well, I'm sure whatever he's planning, you can handle it. You think so? I've got a gun. I didn't believe that before. I didn't want to believe it before. But you've changed that. Whatever he throws at us, we can handle it together, right? Right. No matter what will happen, I'll be right next to you. Whatever may come. As I say this, I gently place a hand on her shoulder and give it a small, comforting massage. She doesn't spring into a kiss or a hug, but she does lean into my hand slightly. Eventually, she lets out a heavy sigh. She places her hand over mine and gives it a firm squeeze of her own. I'll be okay as long as you stick by me. After saying this, she brings my hand to her mouth and gives it a quick kiss before pulling away. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm in desperate need of a shower and a fresh change of gloves. Say, you wouldn't mind waiting for 20 more minutes so we can pick up Malcolm together? Sounds like a plan to me. I thought that, yeah. I seriously thought that they were going to go pick up Malcolm. That might be it, because you're kind of priming me to expect something. After picking up Malcolm, the three of us decided to have a simple dinner. Once again, young Paris did most of the talking. Once the dinner finished, we spent the evening continuing. We'll take our usual spots on the couch and watch some cartoon or movie. Just one about a man that was some kind of swashbuckling fairy boy that wore green and fought pirates. It said pirates have kidnapped the man's children and brought them to some sort of fancy land where people never aged. Parts of the man's children were in peril, and their reconnection resonated with me more than I thought it would. Considering how close Malcolm, Claudia, and I have become, it's not hard to guess why. With the movie drawing to a close, the three of us prepare to emerge from our respective comfortable positions on the couch. Ready for bed, sweetheart? Yeah. Oh, come on. Good night, Win. Now, I like how the expressions are apparently slightly different. Oh, it's Tiny left. Oh, man. Given the shadow over his head and the gun Win has, we can't expect God to do all the work. I'm kind of looking ahead. What the hell? Okay, so... Jesus Christ. Okay, so, yeah, nothing seems to happen anytime soon, though we are apparently going to tell Malcolm about what's going on soon. Woof. I think I'm done. I think I'm done for now. I got places to be. I want to finish my sandwich. So sorry, we're ending it here. I might stream again this weekend. Who knows? For now, let's call it a quitsies. Whew, I'm kind of tired, man. Oh. However, whoops. One moment. Okay, there's one thing I saw. And that was a comment from a certain person. Links from David. Let's have a look. See if anything here is particularly worth pointing out. I always like getting links. Anyway, the recording's going to stop now. So now we're all on my terms. Jesus Christ, thank Chris Chan. What the hell? Oh,
Stop it! Cut it out!
Joker colors. It's me. Eva colors. Nova Luna Chapter 7. The hell's Nova Luna? Let me look it up. Someone's drawing fan art for it. Unfortunately, it goes on the list. Of me at least taking a brief look-see. Nova Luna. Inko and Olivia are thinking time bomb. What if Inko realized this much earlier on? Turns out he has a full second semester to get himself back on track. Oh, that's cute. Why couldn't that be ending 1 though? Because I feel like ending 1 and ending 2 are kind of very similar if you decide to go back in time. Fuck it, I'm putting this on the read list. It's only got 7 chapters. It's 10,000 word a pop though, so it's a little on the long side, but fuck it. It appears to be a new guy that I haven't read from before, so fuck it. Goes onto the list. It'll give me an excuse to draw some Lunara. As if I ever fucking would. I'm at a karaoke and I met this Cayman girl really... Why is she taped to the wall? Trust your colors. I have no idea what this is. Man, it's been a while since I've wanted to write anything at all. I don't know what it is. I've just not felt like writing anything. Rainbow Ashley in comments. Oh, from the game that they're making. Man, I am completely apathetic to Ashfall. I mean, to be honest, most things are not on my mind right now, so yeah, it makes sense that this wouldn't be on my mind either. I think my problem is just that I know that they're gonna fuck up Ashley in some way. That I'm like, I don't give a shit about this anymore. Wind huggers, small empathy containers, big empathy containers, hand holders. Man, this somewhat I like the short hair. I like the short hair. I mean, the long hair is neat, but she already has like the wings and shit going on, so I don't really need the short hair. Fang ported to Brawl. Or Ultimate, one of the two. Oh, it's Anon too! And Naomi! Man, they ported all the models. Oh, shit! There's a new demo for Encore, apparently. Like a week ago. I'm tempted. But on the other side, I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care. How about you fucking release it already? Someone's like, man, they downgraded Spears. I don't know if I give a shit. The fitting of the boxes. Mealtime. Oh, man, that's cute art. I like the style. I like the little amber. And on Phanon and Een. Man, Fang's face on Anon is terrible. And Fang with Anon's face is just... Ooh. What are you doing to me, Dave? What are you doing to me? Right, you come to my house. You come to my fucking dojo, and you show me this. Are they in the school shooting together?
2.
Dang. Small scene from the fic. What fic? One Shot Fic is getting a remix. So you guys, I don't know, Friday. I may know where the hell this is. How about you link it? 5 seconds, get out of my house. Dad, no. I can't believe Anon turned into the other guy's dad. Oh, look, it's the Dragon Dance. Man, those 3D renders are cute. Inko and Fang in the smoking scene. I love how the art styles do not work together. That's the best part of it. I'm just gonna give this a like and a little heart so everyone knows it's cool shit. Could eat Damien Cock, Inko. Please fuck my sister, Inko. Inko, what the hell's going on with your WhatsApp? Viking Nick. That's pretty cool.
I've been looking around the...
You seen our kids? Crocodilians possess special sensory organs that are highly sensitive to pressure to what's in their mouth. This is what allows the jaws capable of living the strongest bite on Earth to safely cradle their young without worry. Oh god. Olivia, they're not that small. This is fucking awesome. It's so dumb.
We can't expect God to do all the work.
You're just saying that because you want to have a job, buddy. This is not how you get a job. This is not how you apply for one. Well, those were great. Scary Dave, that was great. They somehow downgraded the rooftop CG? Wait. What do you mean they downgraded the rooftop CG? They downgraded the rooftop CG? Listen, the rooftop isn't that great to begin with, but come on! Downgrade? It looks worse. Wah wah! I'm sad now. Why'd you have to make me sad? God, I wish I could find that fucking post easily now, but no, I can't find it. Now that I want to find it, I can't do it no more. Hold up. What the hell's going on? Oh, I see what you mean. Hold up. Let me see if opening this video I can quickly find it. 4 hours?! How is this as far as they've gotten?
I thought he was dead.
Oh, this is the rooftop scene. Oh, the rooftop looks nice. I think that they really did a good job sprucing it up with that solar punk goodness. Although I don't... This hug's a bit meh. I'm not into it. Oh, here's the... I mean, it's not that big of a difference. It looks like the same art. Like, they just traced it.
Point that I rejected who I really...
God dang. I thought they were getting rid of the voice acting, though. Looks worse. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. At some point, I'm going to play Encore. Probably in 2 years, when they finally finish it. And not a second sooner. I'm half tempted to do the actual demo. But on the other hand, I don't like... Our team worked hard to bring full VA back. Oh, they actually have to... Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Don't ever hire me to do VA work. I will be nasty about your writing. Nah. I'm more professional than that. I'll take the money and fuck off when I'm done. Alright. See you guys later when we do more. I don't know. We got apparently like 3 hours of the demo left. I love it. But, I want to finish my fucking sandwich. They're never finishing it. Hey, if they don't finish it in 2 years, I'll play the demo. How about that? How's that sound as a deal? Are we capiche capash here? Buddy, old pal, old chum, old friend? Mmm. Mmm. Otherwise, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to go and pizza some pasta, as the cool kids say. Thank you, Scary Dave, for providing us with some cool links. They were lovely. Good job. Now hold R until you feel the click. Good job. Good job.